It's Robbie here, AKA El Bricko, and I just got this in. I ordered it. Well, I mean, I don't even know how long it's been since I ordered it, but because of everything that's going on, and if for some reason this video is still up a couple of years from now and people don't know what I'm referencing, stuff. Anyways, got this in, and it's Pirates of the Barracuda Bay. What is there to say for the set? I mean, it's amazing. Just look at it. It's First of all, look at the graphics on the box. I sound like that Simpsons character who was gushing over the graphics of that ray gun. And I mean, how can you not gush over the graphics? It legit looks like a 90s set. And for a lot of people that probably weren't alive during that age, I mean, people watching these videos besides other AFOLs that weren't alive during that time, these boxes just had such great designs on them. It really felt like you were buying into this world. And I don't think you see that a lot with the modern franchises such as Star Wars or Harry Potter or other Lego licensees. I mean, look at that. He's literally using the getaway boat. That is straight out of the 90s. And other stuff on boxes, especially like in the cityscape and everything like that. But it's so cliche and so generic. Feels like it's this exact same stuff on every box. But you really feel like you're building into a world as opposed to Star Wars or Harry Potter, where you feel like you're building out of a world. I feel like that limits the imagination a lot. Like you can only build so much in Hogwarts that it hasn't been read into the book. Here, you're telling your own story, and I feel like that is a huge difference with the type of sets that we saw in the 90s versus the types of sets that we see now. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying all Legos aren't great. They are. I mean, with some exceptions. But anyways, I'm not gonna do that a lot for my first video, um, my first review video. I wanted to go ahead and just gush over this and explain why I love it so much. And you can tell, like, Islands used to be one of my very favorite sets with, tied with Knights and City and Wild West and Space and Fright Nights and a lot of other sets, but it was there in the upper echelon of Legos with 10 other sets. And I used to put blue blaze plates down and put random octopuses, octopi, octo cakes, whatever, around the blue blaze plates that we had back in the day. And these were a lot harder to get than it is now, where you can just order them off of whatever website you want to order them off, and just tell a story in my head as to where the ship was going, where the armada had their fort, where the pirates had their cache, where a lot of this stuff was. The islanders, where their city was. I used to just picture like my carpet being this vast ocean, and I love that, and I feel like, again, you don't get that with a lot of sets. Cities are cities. I love a city. It's the reason why I'm building a city. But you see a lot of repetitiveness in the sets today, and you don't see a lot of these creative sets where you get a theme, you build out of that theme. So, anyways, without repeating myself anymore, this is the box art. I mean, it's even got a compass. That's like, if you guys want to know where north is, it's that way because that's how gravity works, or magnetic fields. I don't know. I'm not a science alchemy guy. I don't know. Anyways, this is the box art. I wanted to show that off before I actually build it. It's amazing. Steering wheel, because again, steering wheel. Classic pirate. It's just so much is great, and then even the stuff that isn't, from back in the day. I mean, the pirate map is from back in the day, but a female pirate, which I don't believe existed. Back in the day, I'm assuming it's a female pirate. I don't mean to judge, but I mean, back in the day, you didn't really see any women pirate Lego figures. Back in the day, you barely saw any women minifigures in general. The tattoo guy, which is awesome. He's really awesome. The classic Lego. Is there any guns? I don't think there's any guns. I mean, I guess they kind of moved away from that. Oh wait, there is a gun. He's got a gun right there. Awesome. And the typical saber. Alright, this just gets better by the moment. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and unbox this. And let's see how awesome this is going to be. Oh, I thought my slowpoke fell down. Hey, what's up, internet? Oh, still trying to figure out this microphone. Anyways, hey, people on the other side of YouTube who may or may not be watching this, but probably won't be watching this unless I come up with something viral, and then later on I become really famous, and these videos make me cringe a lot. So this is the Barracuda Bay. Is that the full name? Anyways, is it? Pirates. Wow, sorry, there's the box. I actually went up and checked the name of the box. Pirates of Barracuda Bay. Is that really the name? Why am I forgetting this? Anyways, I made a video the first half of this a while before this video, but the footage got deleted, so sorry for lack of continuity. But anyways, gotta say less. I finished the ship, and I was going to review this as basically two parts of the same set. And if I scream randomly, it's because my cat has a tendency to bite me behind my legs. He is literally right there, and he's trying to do the thing he does where he bites me. Anyways, this has gone off the rails. So this is the pirate ship part of the Barracuda base set, and I have issues with the build of this. Let me explain. The way the Barracuda Bay directions come out, you make the shipwreck portion of it first, and then you construct into the ship. It's a little counterintuitive because I feel like you should make the ship first, build the island parts, or build the island first, then make the ship, and then deconstruct into the actual shipwreck. Doesn't that make more sense? You shipwreck the ship, or am I just being a little too demolishy and want to destroy the set? Anyways, it just felt really weird because it had a lot of really kind of burdensome steps to take in order to make the actual ship. Like, you have to unravel this, which isn't too annoying, the sails, but you have to take out little portions, add in, take out the, oh, see, I left one of the foliage pieces on there, and you had to take those out after putting them in. It just felt like a lot of work for, I mean, a great payoff. The ship's great. I have no issue with the ship. So it was just a matter of the way it was presented. I feel like LEGO should have done the shipwreck first, the ship first, and then the shipwreck. So let me give a better view of the actual ship. My first review of this before it got deleted basically spoke about how the ship's great. There's really nothing that is missing from the ship. I mean, it's fantastic. It's a great pirate ship. I have another ship somewhere in storage that I would compare this to. It was the last ship before this that came out by LEGO. But I mean, look at all the detail. The mermaid, the sails are great. I went ahead and posed the tattoo guy versus the dual sword wielding guy here. Just took a couple of liberties with the set. I mean, it's what you would expect. Oh, something went off on YouTube.
Pretty much going to work.
Well, something went off on YouTube. This is how professional I am, and that's what I'm using for a spotlight. I feel like I should just restart this entire thing, but I feel like I'm lazy, so that's the ship itself. I mean, we can open it up. Hopefully nothing breaks. So that's one part of the ship. There's a cabin. Let me move the light around so we can see this portion better. That's the cabin. Can't open the door. How can I open the door? Captain's quarters. A lot of cool, neat little details like that. Pirate and his first mate, the classical map from the old 90s sets. Let's see if I can take this apart without actually breaking anything. Why is this loose? Oh. Ooh, what did I do? So this is the completed Barracuda Bay shipwreck side of the set, and as I said before, you kind of built into it, or built out of it. I don't even remember what my analogy was at this point after so many times having to record this again. But basically, the idea is that you create your own world with this, as opposed to other sets. As I said at the beginning, you use your imagination for this type of set a lot, and that's what I went ahead and did. I added the foliage differently than the directions said because you can. It's easy. This I had put down originally when I built the shipwreck side into the boat. But once I built from the boat into the shipwreck, I changed some things around. Again, like the foliage over here, and things like that, because I just liked it, honestly. And I feel like you get a lot of that freedom with these type of original sets. You get to really make up your own story. And going into the review, well, actually, just to give a little bit more background into the story I was playing out in my head, the tattoo guy and the double sword wielding guy, they're still rivals. They've been on this island for a while, probably a couple of years. They've settled in to the point that they have the inn thing, Jose's Inn, on the side. So maybe they have people that come and visit, kind of like this boat that's selling some things to the ship. The shorter figures helping that unload stuff from the boat. Oh, there goes a crab. And that local boat is here just to buy or sell supplies to them. The captain is overseeing the selling of supplies. You have this pirate over here who is trying to either capture a shark, or I'm not sure what he's doing with that shark. The piggy's in the background eating some cookies, and fantastic set. At the end of the day, you can do so much with it. The rooms are still active over here. You can see that they would probably sleep there, hang out there, and it feels like its own world. You can see this being its own island. I really loved it. So, playability. Going back to, I'm going to go ahead and rate this out of playability, price, X factor, je ne sais quoi, something special about it that we can't define, and some bonus points basically for the creativity and the build. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about the price. I believe it was $200. I actually think that's very fair. I think this is one of the sets that definitely warrants that price tag. You get such a big set. I mean, it's got to be what, like 2 feet high, about a foot and a half wide, lengthwise, and then maybe about a foot